Hi, I'm Will from the Electric Art team. I'm going to create a look today that was inspired by one of the key looks for the season from Moschino, and it's kind of this large top knot sat on top. I'm going to do a little bit of a twist on it because I'm going to use a fishtail braid plait to create it, and we're kind of going down a festival feel with it as well, so it's something that's easy to do, doesn't take too many tools, and you can use your hands mainly for it. I'm just going to use my large paddle brush again. Gather all the hair onto the top of the head. It doesn't have to be really neat because we're going to use a scarf to kind of hide the perimeter of our ponytail. So again, just use your fingers just to gather on top. So we're going to place this right on top of the head, so really sitting far forward of the crown, kind of right on top of the head. So you can see we've got quite a lot of hair still coming out of our ponytail. And with this, we're going to do our fishtail braid. It doesn't matter which direction that you braid it in, but what you need to do is get your ponytail, split it into two, and what we're going to be doing is we're going to be feeding the outside of one into the center of the other. And we're just going to keep repeating this, and we're just going to keep passing it over. So it's the outside into the center, the outside into the center. We're going to leave it quite chunky and quite solid because we don't want it to be too fine and too pretty. So taking the outside and feeding it into the center. And the kind of the lumpier and the softer and the more messy it is really helps this style. So again, just keeping it quite chunky. And what I'm going to do is just going to use one of these little elastics. These are great to have around, and that's just going to go at the end of my braid. Again, just doubling that over. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and that's going to give us much more of a kind of chignon, kind of top knot feel to it. So I've just taken my braid, doesn't matter which direction you braid it in, but if you kind of flip it over itself, it helps you create this great little top knot. And we're just going to grip this into place. Just going to use ordinary hair grips just at the end of the braid. I'm going to do a crisscross technique, whereas one grip crosses another grip. This is really strong and it's going to hold that in there all day. And then just using other grips, I'm just going to pull sections and just secure it a little bit more around the edge. And then once it's secured, you can use your fingers and just pull little bits out and just define little sections. Because we've done the braid very loose, it's going to help us kind of keep it looking a little bit softer and a little bit undone. When you're happy with it, I'm really happy with this, how it's fallen, just use your hairspray. And then to finish this look, we're going to use a headscarf. Hair accessories for kind of spring, summer are all over the place at the moment. And I think if you're going to a festival or something like that, this would be a great way of just finishing off a look, hiding any greasy roots or anything like that. This is kind of a day 3 hairstyle where you just want to get it out of your face and just enjoy your rest of your day. So we're just going to tie that at the front. I'm just going to do a big bow. One little tip when it comes to putting scarves on, if you want to secure it, it's really good to secure it at the bottom here. So just go in with a grip and just slide that onto your scarf. And it'll make sure it doesn't ride up as the day goes on. And then again, just a couple by the ears as well. Cool, so this is my festival top knot. Really quick, really simple, and you can change it around as well. If you wanted to do a lower chignon, do exactly the same thing, but place your ponytail lower with a fishtail braid and wrap it round. But I think this one is very much on trend and definitely something that we'll be seeing a lot of at the festivals this summer. So that's my finished look. Thank you.